Hey everybody, Michael B. the Game Genie here, and today I'm doing a tag response to my good friend Mr. Dude 206, Stu Fish, who's asked me what my top 5 most expensive games in my collection are. So guys, it's just a quick tag video. For those of you who have probably noticed, I haven't made a video in a while. I've been kind of busy, so apologize for that. And I wouldn't be making a video right now except for the fact that, hey, I like to think I'm old school YouTube, so if someone tags me in a video or asks me to do a response video, and it's something important to me and it's one of my friends, not just some random freaking guy, I'm probably gonna do it. So anyways, this one's for Keith. Mr. Dude, I don't know if I should have used his real name, I don't know if he has a secret identity. I'm rambling. So anyways, these are my top 5 most expensive games. Alright, we'll go from descending order, so I guess the least expensive up to the absolute most. Pretty sure I think everybody who's watching this knows what the most expensive is going to be. Alright, so number 1, I'm going to cheat. It's actually a pair of Super Nintendo games. For some reason on eBay.ca right now, these games are trending around the same level, which is crazy. Somewhere between $200 and $300 for some insane reason. But luckily, I didn't pay anywhere close to that. Excited to have them in my collection. Both from great video game series, and both do a pretty good version of replicating that on the Super Nintendo. So here they are, Mega Man 7 and Castlevania Dracula X. Both are pretty good games. Like a lot of people really like Castlevania Dracula X better than Super Castlevania. I think they're crazy, but it is a really good game. Still, in my opinion, a poor man's version of Dracula X Rondo of Blood on the TurboGrafx 16 CD, or I forget what it was called in Japan. Anyways, that's what I'm gonna call it. It never came out here in the States anyways, so whatever. But Mega Man 7, I really like Mega Man 7. Excellent entry into the series, but really you can notice some of the things I don't like. There's a different jumping mechanic. It's still really good, but it's not classic Mega Man. I had the same problem with Mega Man 8 on the PlayStation. Next up is another Super Nintendo game that has been expensive for a very long time. Of course, the coup de grace to get this game complete with the giant box and the player's guide included. Most of you already know what this is. I'm talking about Earthbound. I got this pretty early on. It was still expensive at the time. I think I paid $130 for it. I know it's crazy to spend that much on a video game, but really wanted Earthbound. It was one of my early conquests I had to have, so excited to have it. It's a fun game, but I've never gone back and finished it. I get to like the second town and I'm like, yeah, I got like 4,000 games. I should probably put some time into something else. It's a problem with having all these games. Very little time to play role-playing games. Alright, I'm cheating again because this actually should be my top 7, but these are 2 games for some reason on eBay.ca. I didn't pay anything close to this, but they're trending up like crazy, and that is Snow Brothers and Zombie Nation on the NES. I have no idea why, but these are trending anywhere from $250 all the way up to $400 right now. You're crazy. Snow Brothers is a really, really cool and fun game. Zombie Nation is a crazy shooter. It's not an excellent game. Snow Brothers is, Zombie Nation isn't. So you know what? Do what you feel like doing, but I say save the money and get the better game. Numero Deuce. Feels like this video is a little bit of a deuce. But anyways, number 2 is a game for the Sega Saturn. I'm not one of these guys that goes out and gets all the Saturn holy grails that are out there because it's not something I grew up with, it's not something I'm fond with, but I'm a huge fan of this series, and I didn't own any of them growing up. My friend did, and I was always fascinated with them, so when I got my Saturn, I got it specifically to get this game, and it wasn't until later in life, within the last 4 years, I actually found a copy of it. I didn't pay very much for it. I still paid like close to $100, but it sells for a lot more now, somewhere around that $250, $300 range here on eBay.ca, and that's Shining Force 3. Very cool game. Unfortunately, I've waited my whole life to play it, and again, it's a role-playing game, so it's just really hard to find time. I'll turn it on, I'll play it for a while, and then I gotta go do something else. Like pretty much everything else I do. And last but not least, I'm sure this is absolutely no surprise, but Samson, little Samson. I paid, hey, that's probably Mr. Dude 206 right now, but you guys know I paid close to retail for this when it came out. I did a little bit better because I actually got this, and I got the instruction manual for what the loose cart price was. This fluctuates because after I bought it, I've seen it go down in price. Now it's back up again. For some reason, it's floating around $800 to $1,000, and that's insane for a video game. But there it is, little Samson. So, anyways, guys, those are my 5 most expensive games. This was really hard for me to do because after I buy a game, I never really go back to see what the price was. So, got me to do a little bit of research, and I'm really surprised. Stu, I'm trying to make your video. Relax, man. Anyways, that's everything. They're my top 5, top 7 most expensive games. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much, Stu, for asking me to do this. I've got to tag a couple people, so I'm going to go OKG420, Mike Gartner, Thrift Dwellers, and that's a tough one. I want to say Weekend Game Guy, but he's not going to do it because he's sold off all his games. But it might be a good way for him to sell off the rest to show what expensive ones he had left. So, what the heck? Weekend Game Guy, you're up. Anyways, guys, my camera's dying. One of those days. I'll talk to you later.